Welcome back to the Smithsonian Zoo Park build. I've cleaned up this margin here in front of Lemur Island, removing those like ugly misaligned wooden fence posts, filling in the gap here with just like decorative flowers, which I noticed in a few spots are just slightly overlapping things. Maybe it's fine. Makes it look more natural, right? If they're not perfectly aligned. This one should go. There we go. Cleaned it up. And then, yeah, we like doubled up these and extended them out so that they kind of blended into the other wall section better. And it just generally gives the whole thing this more, pill-shaped profile or something from up above, as opposed to the weird, like, bowed inward, thing that was going on before. It looks a little, like, offset. I don't know if that's just the camera. The tree definitely makes it look weirder. You know what? Don't look too long at it, or I'll stress out. This is the draft for the big cat area. So there's it's not really exactly circular, but it's really hard to make a symmetric non-circular shape in this game. You can make squares and you can make circles. So this is my draft attempt at making this like kind of semicircular area with these like three different little sectors with this moat and these like multi-tiered levels. This is a very crude, rough version of what this ought to be, but we're going to kind of test this space. Part of me hopes this doesn't work, so I'm forced to go build it better, like over here or something, but that's going to be completely, like, wrong for the park layout, so I'm kind of at an impasse. Like, no matter what I do, I'm not really going to be happy about this. So, yeah. So for our big cats, we have been already digging up Velociraptor, and I think, yeah, we got another shipment here. 17% on 61. Doesn't quite get us there. We're doing Velociraptor because it's got tiger stripes. It's the most tiger of all the dinosaurs. It kind of just makes too much sense not to do it. It was originally not really my plan, but I was just kind of resisting doing the most logical choice. And we shouldn't do that. But then, yeah, we'll do Cryo for Lion because we haven't used a Cryolophosaurus yet, and it's a perfectly good Lion stand-in, scale-wise. I mean, like, obviously it's not going to be exactly in scale with, like, the Raptors, but it's not going to be so horribly out of scale that I don't feel like it works. So that's the plan. Alright, sold off a couple of things, and then we got a few bits. We're still not there. Damn. Alright, well, back to the field we go. Hopefully one more trip and we'll have it. Oops, that's the wrong one. This one. Did we get it? 6, 8. Yep, there we go. Completed. Velociraptor. And now we can go get our cryos. Which is the last thing I absolutely have to have in the park for, like, my own plans. We might add some more stuff. We got a little bit of space here we can use. There's Amazonia. There's some American trail animals we could use. But the big thing is getting those big cats in. And then the park is complete enough to be considered complete. Well, these will be pretty cut and dry to decide on the cosmetics. Because we are obviously doing tiger stripe raptors. So 1997B. And 1997A. We do have male and female tigers in the park. There are technically two varieties of tiger, but since we're using the tiger stripe raptors, we're just going to equate the two. We're not going to make a distinction. We'll clear out the aggressives, I guess. Keep the Intol ones. It should be fine. Intol could matter if the final real enclosure uses decorative fencing, because then the territories will overlap. But it's too late. Like, I just have to replace these altogether if I do that. We have Vostok, a male Amur tiger. I don't know how what you're supposed to say. That's what it looks like. Amur. These ones are identical. We can do you as the male. Amur, okay. And then we have Koba, C-O-B-A, but it's pronounced Sova. Sova, a female Amur tiger. And then we have one female Sumatran named Damai. So those are the three. We're going to throw these dudes in a pen, see if they're happy, and then figure out what we're actually going to do with the pen. Because it bugs me a lot. Well, there they are coming in here in my crude, very crude rendition of their enclosure. It looks to me like that is not going to work. Just one in here and there's already not nearly enough space. So that's interesting. I just can't use this spot. So we have to build this larger, which means we can make it more detailed, but it's going to be in the wrong place. And that just is what it is, I guess. For now, let's crack these gates open and just let them move into the other sectors. And then I can build this anew in a better way somewhere else.
Asset has been delivered. Delivery has been completed.
So does that... I guess I deleted some tree, technically. Yeah, it's all already technically pasture. Doesn't actually make a difference to anything. Well, they're mad at me. I guess we delete some of the water. Because, like, if I'm not keeping this anyway, then it doesn't really matter. We can clear out this and allow them to move a little more freely between these other sections, I guess. They're close. Yeah, they just kind of got to move over here and have enough pasture to, like, make it work. I could also just smooth out the hills, right? An incoming tornado, you say? Intriguing. Okay, there we go. Job done. So we've got... Number 3 is the male. We said this was Vostok. Vostok the Velociraptor kind of has the right ring to it. And then we've got our Sova, spelt like this. And then we've got Damai. Okay. Now, disease is also a thing. Just random spots in the park. Cool. That's the first sign of an awful pandemic. Alright. Anxiously awaiting this storm. Raptors really do have annoying environmental needs in 2 and 3. Yeah, they're, For them being the animal in the film franchise that was contained in the smallest possible enclosure, that being the raptor holding pen, they are surprisingly needy in terms of space. Oh yeah, sure enough. Well, that is the worst spot for a tornado. Let's get these guys sedated since they want to break out. These guys are also mad. They have internal fences, so they might just smack that stuff up. And you're already escaping. Cool time for this to happen. All right. All right, you're already on the way.
The dinosaurs are panicking. We've got to get this under control. for their sake.
Oh, sure, Dr. Dua. Just let me tell the tornado to come back later. Yeah. My bad. Hurry up. Hurry up. Okay, we should take control of this, maybe. Whee! Oh, okay, maybe not. Let's let him navigate the trees, and then we can take control when he's safely down there. Maybe. Okay. Out of the way, elephants! Okay. Status check. Are we... Oh. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm only disappointed. Okay, maintenance is already on their way. Thank you for sending me all the way to the maintenance building, Jurassic World Evolution. I appreciate it. You know, it was really useful. Danger to guess. Are you, though? But are you? Are you a danger to guests? Just you specifically? Okay, you're good. Okay. Mostly okay. Nobody here escaped. Nobody there escaped. Storm is actually ending. Yeah, the pulling to the building thing when you're trying to, like, exit the vehicle or whatever, or switch to a different vehicle, aggravates me too. It's very obnoxious. Buildings feel like a black hole, just always grabbing you. This is still not repaired. Maintenance is there, though. Oh my god, I disrupted it. Get it! Please! Go faster! There we go. We'll get that one, we'll get the other one, it'll be fine. Transporting. 1, 2, 3. Finalize. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, apologize for any inconvenience experienced in our recent handling of anomalous events.
Got that. Nobody got sick there. Great. Medical's actually gotten hookworms done now. Cool. These guys are probably pissed. They're getting there. Okay. Well, wasn't that exciting? Was that the first tornado we've had in this park? It might be. 63% Cryolophosaurus. Alright, it's about an hour and a half or like 2 hours or something since the last segment of this video. This is our new big cat enclosure. So we've got these multi-level terraces. We've got our moat, which is just regular water. Deep water here messes up everything and doesn't work very well. So this is how we have to do it. We have to do a flat area with the deeper moat here like this, and then some raised areas. We put in these little like concrete sections because there is actually kind of some like concrete on the terraces in the real zoo, which of course is nowhere near this big. So that kind of captures the vibe of that. It makes it look a little bit better, except for this awful sawtooth thing you get up here, which sucks. We could raise these up slightly more, but I kind of wanted to try to blend it with plants. So we might come back and do this. Just take it up to the point where it's above the ground. Honestly, we should probably just do that. This is just gonna look like shit otherwise. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. I'll do that later. Right now, we got to get these raptors in here and see if they're gonna work. I think they should have enough space. So we're going to put them in this section.
To collect the asset.
Maybe I should get these adjusted before they get in here too. Because it may cause conflict with the hitboxes if I'm not positioning it all correctly. There's a lot of this on the stream. A lot of, like, fine adjustment. Try to align the thing over and over again. All right. I like the terraces, too. This is one of the exhibits I've been looking forward to trying to build. Honestly, it was this, and it was Lemur Island, and probably those are the two that I'm most disappointed with. Like, I wasn't really thinking about the reptile house, but I quite like this area of the park. I really like this vibe of, like, you know, these different little, like, ground level swampy exhibits that you're walking in between. I think that's fun.
Asset has been collected.
And this wasn't something I had much of any thoughts about. But then, like, this is just, like, a very rough approximation. Basically, any exhibit that is supposed to have a moat or, like, a water segment, like, pushed up against a pathway, it just doesn't work. And disappoints me. That's pretty much the easy way for me to tell, like, which things are bumming me out. But yeah. This will be interesting to see if this roof section here kind of works. This is kind of fun, a way to, like, cheaply cheat a building. The only problem being, of course, once you hit the slope, it just kind of breaks down and doesn't work. The Amargas are good too, yeah. I'm pretty happy with, like, the little panda exhibit. I think this is fun. I like that they can go in the building to cross over to the other side. I think that's really neat. And just, like, visually, like, this has got a really fun view specifically from, like, the viewing gallery.
The appropriate information will be automatically selected and displayed for you.
Yeah, overall, there's a lot of fun stuff in this park, I think. Very happy with it. Just wish it didn't take, 2 months and, like, 50 hours to build. Okay, we got a raptor in here. So we need some cover. So maybe it makes more sense to do it, like, kind of in the back, covering up, like, the entry point a little bit. I'm just trying to, like, not specifically bury the Jeep pathfinding. Sure. It's not enough. Now recreate this in PK. Yeah. Definitely we've never really stress tested PK on, like, enclosure design. Yeah, it's not bad. Plenty of space. Which is great. And they seem to be contained, which is great. In fact, there's enough space. I could decorate this a little bit more with just some generic biome stuff. Honestly, these are pretty, like... Oh, you know what we need? We need, like, scratch posts. Because that's kind of what they got going on here. They have, like, these trees. And the trees kind of have these, like wooden, like, planks around the outside of the tree, presumably, I'm guessing, so, like, the tigers don't, like, claw up the tree and kill the tree or something. Something like that would be cool. And the rest of this, honestly, is pretty, like, it's very, like, worn down, like dirt. It's not very, not a lot of plants, right? I think something like this. And that still counts as their pasture, so. Alright, they are very tiny when viewed from the path, unfortunately. But that is gotta just kind of is what all we can do, really. So just kind of has to be this. I'll be very curious when they lose status check info to see if the car can get in there. All right, cryo 37 and 63 is complete. Don't want a ton of tall foliage as the cats can climb. Right. That makes sense. Actually, for that reason, conceptually, should we have, like, the trees in the middle of the exhibit, not near the perimeter? I think that conceptually would make sense, right? Kind of habitat design in this game makes your enclosures look very bare. Yeah. It'd be nice, like, if you had more, like, enrichment items, especially if they actually interacted with them to, like, fill up some of the sparseness of the enclosure. Something like that. We keep the sides clear. I think I like it. I think that makes more sense. Okay, now if we type in scratch, do we got any kind of, wait, how does that, oh, like made from scratch? God damn it. 5 pages. We can sort through these. All right, let's see if we got anything interesting here for cats. All right, a little workshopping later. We got some nice spinning brushes we'll add to the elephant exhibit, I think. Maybe put one here and like one over. There's like a view, and yeah, let's put it over here by like this viewing thing. Couple of spinning brushes for them to rub up against. And then for the tigers, we've got some different scratching posts. We gave them a little ball. And we should grab them, yeah, let's go to there's another enrichment thing. Let's get those, try those blocks of ice. Here. All right, there we go. A nice little treat for the raptors / tigers. Let's put maybe like, I mean, there's like 3 of them, right? So maybe we should have one for each of them, so they don't fight over him, you know. Throw one there, then like one over here. You mean to go under the sea? I think the last time I put in one of these like little ice cube decorations, it didn't look very good. These ones are impeccable. These are actually really good. What is the like the base? Oh, it's like all decals. So it's a column piece. Ah, like a concrete column piece, and then some decals on it to make it feel less like concrete and more like ice. Very clever. Yeah, and you get little chunks of bone and trash bags colored red for meat. I get it. I understand now. Oh yeah, and you can see the bags inside there. It's just the little corners peek out and it looks like frozen meat. Cool. Very clever. Very well done. Okay, we do have our cryos coming here. Let's speed this up and get those. And then the cryos can have both of these sections. So the way we'll do this is we'll just go ahead and do an open gate. And an open gate, and hopefully they can path through there. I actually don't know if cryos are too big. They very well might be. All right, and yeah, you know what What vibe are we looking for here? I mean, do we just go like full cartoonish orange? And then for the males, I would want, you know, ideally the colorization of the crest to kind of evoke like a black lion's mane, but like we don't really get black. I mean, we get black on the side here if we do the red. That's not the worst, but maybe this should be more yellow. It's kind of green. Maybe that's better. Maybe sandy is more lion-like than mangrove. It's a little too, like, orangish red almost. I could see that being the lions. Let's see here. Let's look at our lions in this zoo specifically. Which variety of lion do we have? Actually, are there multiple varieties of lion? Like, I don't even know. African lions, 3 of them, 2 males, 1 female. Like, there definitely are, you know, other lions historically. I just don't know what the current diversity of lion subspecies is. Sandy gets their white underbelly too. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I think we'll do these. Great Sandy with Pulcrana. Then we're gonna max out humility, social, and I probably should just put on tolerant, which I wasn't doing before. And it looks like I don't actually have the scientists to do this. 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. We need 16 if we're doing that. I'm sure we can make do with. We actually don't have any like really good geneticists, surprisingly. Yes, plus 1 point of genetics sounds good to me. All right. And these are 1 to 3, so we'll have our perfect 3. Unless, of course, we have some sort of negative gene. All right, a few crashes later because of trying to download a decoration that incorporated a mod. We have our 3 lions ready to go. We said we had 1 female, 2 males. So we'll make the one without the negative trait the female. Male, female, male. 5, 3, 2 seems fine. Actually, let's do you. I should also maybe think about the next few animals that might go in the park if we keep expanding it, which would include... Did I finish Austroraptor? I did. We just haven't put these in yet. Okay. Well, I don't remember what I might want to put in after that, so fair enough. So, a few little things we've added in here. This is the Big Cat gift shop. Can we name these? Oh my god, we can. I'll have to go through and actually name these buildings correctly. Big Cat gift shop. And this is Uncle Beasley. Now, you may be wondering, what? Uncle Beasley, excuse me? But if we go to Wikipedia here, I can actually show this. This is Uncle Beasley. Uncle Beasley is a Triceratops statue that actually is in the zoo. And that's why we put it in here. Uncle Beasley is actually from a movie. He's a movie star. He's from The Enormous Egg, a 1956 book that apparently there was an adaptation for in '68. So this statue is pretty old, as you can tell by the retro sprawled posture and everything. So he's been trucking around the DC area for a little while and is currently in the zoo proper. So we had to include that. Like, the literal dinosaur had to be here. Can we? You can't name the statue, huh? Lame. Naming it Uncle Beasley would have been funny. Alright, 3 lions in a minute. I should say this in the video. The cryos cannot move through the gate. They are too big. So our lions are going to have to just make do with one section of their own. Oh, their environmental needs are nothing for some reason. So that's cool. Just a little bit of cover. And then we'll do the same root-riddled dirt for the base texture here. Which I have to do before I put down the trees. Yeah, true. Actually, I should probably just run it like right up to the pathway here, I think. Kind of around the whole thing. Might as well make it all match, you know? Yeah, maybe they're not kept together. I didn't consider that. Maybe I should check that. That might be why there's 3 sections. Maybe we get this a little smaller. Sure, okay. Yeah, let's figure this out. Do these guys actually all live together? Okay, we're moving the lines around here to their final placements. We're keeping them separate, 2 groups. Hey, welcome to the stream, Beacon Bonnie. We have this one, the female, living alone. She is a geriatric lion, elderly. And she is the mother of the 2 males in the zoo. And her name is Shara. So there's Shara. And then over here we have the brothers, which are Jumbi and Shaka. Jumbi, Shaka. Vehicle under threat. I'm sure that is nothing to be worried about. Shaka when the walls fell? Okay, so they're good, she's good, and everybody will be happy and safe. Except for maybe you. You've ripped off 2 doors? Really? Why would you do this? Okay, and yeah, a little bit of disease outbreak happening here in Lemur Island and the reptile house. Let's take care of that. All right, well, we're going to wrap this episode up here because it's getting pretty late. We're going to do 2 Oshiraptors as stand-ins for Andean bears. There are 2 Andean bears in the park. We're doing Ostroraptor as a counterpart to the Pyroraptor because those are, you know, semi-aquatic / piscivorous raptors, which feel like a good stand-in for a bear. They kind of feel a bit like they'd occupy the same niche. So do Spinosaurids, but Spinosaurids were used as a stand-in for gators and stuff, so we got to kind of make do. The black Svalbard skin here with no pattern gives them a pretty decent Andean bear vibe, since they are pretty much have just black fur, then a bit of white on the face. This is a solid rendition of that, I think. And we'll do the usual cranking up the humble and social. I don't think we need to worry about tolerant, because these guys should be in their own little isolated sector of the park. These are on the American Trail, which is not going to be a very big part of the park. We're just going to kind of use it as a place to slot in a few more animals, because I do want to formally finish the star rating. And we are a little shy on rating. So we'll put these guys in, see where 2 of these get us, and then we'll look at a few other things to like flesh out the Andean Trail, or the American Trail, and like Amazonia we can do something for. And that should all basically be kind of over here, wrapping around back in here. And this would have been where the lions should have been, so they've been shifted off, but we can use this space now for other things. So yeah, I think we can end this one here and do one more quick episode to finish this up next week. And this will definitely be quite a long running series on the channel, both in terms of like the weeks it's taken to build, but also just in terms of raw episodes, I think at that point. But it's been a nice park, so I'm not too mad about that.